Good evening, everyone. My name is Shradha. I am a summer intern at Maritime Research Center, and today's presentation is about my project, Maritime Security in the Underwater Domain. Maritime domain awareness is a critical component of maritime security, which includes the effective understanding of anything associated with the maritime domain that could impact security, safety, economy, or the environment. However, this concept needs to be extended to include underwater domain awareness, which specifically addresses the unique and increasingly prominent challenges and threats lurking beneath the ocean surface. The hidden depths of the ocean, once considered inaccessible and secure, have now emerged as arenas of potential conflict and illicit activities. This project explores the non traditional threats and challenges in the underwater domain, such as the submarine espionage and warfare, sabotage of underwater cables, and underwater drug smuggling. In the same context, the main aim of my project was to analyze policy gaps, technology intervention, and the role and the importance of the underwater domain awareness framework in mitigating these issues. The choice of this topic is underscored by contemporary examples such as the alleged Russian sabotage of undersea cables, or Chinese spy ships lurking in the Indian Ocean region, and the use of narco drones or autonomous under vehicles for smuggling drugs to Australia, illustrating the pressing need for improved underwater security measures. Moving on, uh, to give a brief about what underwater threats and challenges are, maritime security in the underwater domain is crucial due to the stealth and difficulty of detecting the underwater threats, which significantly impact national and international security. The Indian Ocean region is particularly vulnerable with extensive maritime trade routes, maritime traffic, strategic geopolitical importance, um, regional rivalries, political instability, and the presence of critical underwater infrastructure, etc. Submarines capable of intelligence gathering, surveillance, and covert operations pose substantial espionage threats, exemplified by the Cold War incidents like the Soviet K-19. Underwater cables, on the other hand, essential for over 90% of the global communications, are at risk of being sabotaged, potentially disrupting the economic activities and national security. A recent example would be sabotage of four cables by Houthi rebels belonging to the AAE 1 CCOM, EIG, and TGN systems at a stretch that runs between Saudi Arabia and Djibouti. Furthermore, underwater drug smuggling through submersibles and modified commercial vessels presents significant challenges for law enforcement and regional stability. Drug cartels increasingly use semi-submersibles for narcotics transport, complicating detection efforts due to their low profile and ability to operate beneath the surface. Moving on. Uh, Maritime security confronts significant policy gaps characterized by fragmented regulations, inadequate technological infrastructure, and limited international collaboration. Current policies lack coordination among stakeholders and fail to address the rapid advancements in autonomous underwater vehicles and unmanned drones, etc. Insufficient technological capabilities, particularly in regions like the Indian Ocean, hampers effective underwater awareness. Additionally, the reluctance to share sensitive data due to national security concerns hinders effective collective efforts to combat underwater threats. And legal definitions and frameworks are outdated, complicating the application of rights and duties for operations or activities involving uncrewed vessels and remote controlled activities. And most importantly, the Maritime Domain Awareness Framework, established in 2005, overlooks underwater threats, lacking comprehensive strategies for detection and mitigation. Addressing these gaps requires a multifaceted approach to tackle these issues. Most countries, including India, lack clear regulations for submarine cables specifically, with only a brief mention in the Indian Telegraph Act of that to 1885. Jurisdictional issues complicate protection as UN clause guidelines do not specify responsibility for damage in the international waters. And nations like Australia and New Zealand have narrow directives for subsea cables specifically. Moreover, India's laws, including the NDPS Act and Maritime Zones Act, do not cover underwater vehicles, providing traffickers an entry point. And international laws inadequately protect undersea cables, requiring extensive legislative revisions, the creation of dedicated regulatory agencies, technological advancements for law enforcement, and stronger international collaboration to establish precise guidelines for tackling underwater threats. Moving on to the next topic, existing technologies are effective, but their ability to completely address the risk presented by advanced methods is uncertain. The process of creating and implementing underwater monitoring system has considerable difficulties, such as guaranteeing waterproofing at great depths, optimizing power use for prolonged operations, establishing dependable signal transmission from undersea to control centers, and managing severe temperature fluctuations. Um, for example, in the case of drug trafficking, the traffickers are constantly adapting their strategies and using advanced technology. The use of autonomous underwater vehicles and remotely operated vehicles for smuggling demonstrates a significant degree of expertise. These devices might be challenging to identify because of their compact dimensions, limited visibility, and independent functionalities. The progress in this field of underwater vehicle manipulator systems has been substantial with the emergence of technology that enables accurate navigation, positioning, and manipulation. These systems are used for many underwater endeavors, including scientific research and resource exploitation. But it is possible that these technologies may be adapted for illicit purposes if used accordingly. Um, Now, the UDA framework is a strategic approach that facilitates the pooling of resources and the seamless exchange of information for a comprehensive maritime strategy. It aims to address the unique challenges of the tropical littoral waters in the Indian Ocean region by enhancing our capability to track submarines, understand underwater properties, and improve information gathering through sonar technology. So, coming to the first point, strengthening international collaboration is another significant advantage of implementing a UDA framework. It encourages data sharing and cooperative efforts among nations addressing common underwater threats more effectively. By fostering international cooperation, the UDA framework helps in creating a unified approach to managing and mitigating underwater security risks. Moreover, the UDA framework optimizes resource utilization and promotes sustainable economic development. By providing precise information on underwater resources, it enables better planning and execution of security strategies, reducing the strain on military resources. Um, Furthermore, the UDA framework integrates data from various sources, including the sonar system, satellite imagery, and maritime patrols, to provide a comprehensive understanding of underwater activities, leading to effective identification and analysis of certain threats. Moreover, response strategies under the underwater domain awareness framework are multifaceted, involving rapid response units and coordination of international naval forces. By providing real time data to decision makers, the UDA framework enhances the ability to respond effectively to potential threats. It emphasizes on data integration and international cooperation, ensures that no threat goes unnoticed and appropriate measures are taken promptly, making it a crucial tool in mitigating underwater maritime security threats. So, to conclude my presentation, the evolving nature of underwater threats necessitates a proactive and a collaborative approach to maritime security. The intergovernmental organizations such as WIMSTEC, IORA, and the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium and should incorporate the UDA framework to strengthen their security efforts and address the unique challenges of the underwater domain. The UDA framework offers a promising solution, enabling the nations to navigate the uncharted waters of underwater security with greater confidence and effectiveness. Thank you so much.